Many of the meetings that I step into, I might be the only female in the room. And to me, there's excitement to that from the aspect that I have a voice, and I have a voice to represent the 50+ thousand citizens that are in the town of Smyrna, or to represent a region for the Middle Tennessee region. But the decisions I make aren't based on the fact that I'm female. The decisions I make are based on what is best for all citizens that live in the town of Smyrna or the group in which I represent. You know, I think many times a strong female is thought of in a negative way. And I've tried really hard to not always have to be the loudest in the room to be heard, or talk the most to have your voice heard. I try to study the issues, and I try to be a role model. Many times I go into a school and they've told the students that the mayor's coming, and the first thing I hear when I walk in the door is, she's a girl. And I think there's some surprise by that. Mostly not by the boys, but by the females. And I want the little girls to know you can do whatever you choose to do. You can be effective. You can be a voice. You can be a role model. And I hope that's what I am portraying and being, whether it's in a town council meeting, whether it's at the mayor's caucus in Nashville, whether it's reading to students at a school. I think we are held to a higher standard being public officials. And I hope that I make my family proud. I hope that I make the citizens of the town of Smyrna proud. And I hope that I'm giving inspiration to lots of different people, but especially young girls, that they can choose to do whatever they want to do. I've talked a lot about our main goal is being a voice for the citizens we represent. Whether an individual voted or didn't vote, whether they voted for me or didn't vote for me, I'm still one of the 7 voices that they have here on the town council. And I know sometimes people think that their voice is not heard and they don't make a difference, but they do. I can assure you that if people send me an email or a Facebook message or see me out at the grocery store or anywhere, what they tell me, I take into account when I make a vote or when I make a decision. And so having your voice heard means letting us know what you want to see, how you feel about a project. And so I always encourage people to reach out and let us know. So that's the first thing. If you want to get more involved than that, I always recommend getting on a board or a committee that the town of Smyrna has. And we do that every March. So many of these boards are what move our community forward, whether it's BZA or the Planning Commission or the Parks Board or Charity Assistance. I mean, there's so many opportunities. And you know, you just might find that you get involved on that board, and you might find you want to get a little more involved, and you might find yourself sitting up in one of these chairs one day. But so many people think getting involved on the federal level is the way to make change. You can make a bigger change in your everyday life and the neighbors that live in your community by getting involved in the local politics. You know, so much of what we do is about where a street's going to go, or where a new business is going to go, or if the stop sign is down in your neighborhood, making sure that that's taken care of. So change at the local level, I think, is where you see the biggest benefit for your everyday life. So I highly encourage people to get involved, and you can make your community a better place, whether it's getting involved on town council or at your church or at a nonprofit. Find a way and find where your passion is to get keyed in. So involvement is something that I highly, highly encourage our citizens of the town of Smyrna. And it doesn't matter what age, whether you're a teenager to a senior citizen, there's a way for you to get plugged in.